Just when I thought I was out,
He's back.
they pulled me back in. He's back.
I'm thinking I'm back.
Max Wrestling Podcast. It's been a while, hasn't it? Now you're probably thinking to yourself, why come back now? Of all times to come back and do a promo, why now? Honestly, I gotta say, why not? I mean, really, who's gonna stop me from doing this? Nobody, really. You know, even though I've been away for a while, I've still been kind of watching, observing here and there. And honestly, I gotta say, it's downright embarrassing what promos have become. You know, to think what people like myself, Emir Blackbane Costello, the Demoness, to see the thing that we laid the foundation for, the thing that we worked so hard to build up just to be what it is now, is downright embarrassing. And I gotta be honest with you, I felt a little guilty about it. I was the first one to bring in a dark character. I was the first one to bring the cinematic aspects. I was the first one to start playing music in the background of my promos. I really kind of set the bar for what things have become, and I felt bad about it because I feel like it was my fault. But then I really started to think about it, and it's not my fault. It's your fault, Mike. You're the one that brought in all the over-the-top singing and dancing. You're the one that turns in 30-minute promos. You're the one that spits out these obscure 90s pop references that probably only you and a few of your dork followers actually probably know. They call you the podcast machine. It's more like the podcast garbage disposal, because all you spit out is trash, Mike. You spit out more quantity than you do quality, and you seem to misunderstand the fact that just because you put out a lot means that you're actually good. If half the stuff you put out was actually good, you might get somewhere. Now, I gotta be honest with you. Not everything you put out is the drizzling shits. The LFC podcast. Now, Mike, your face is all over that brand. Hell, you're even on the Roku. You've done ring announcing. You do a lot of good things for them. Hell, you even got these mouth-breathing neckbeards jealous of you because you hang out with women in lingerie all the time. And are we really that jealous of man bear pig Larkin over here? Have you ever even been with a woman, Mike? Would you even know what to do? I mean, lingerie or not, I kind of got this feeling that you'd probably crumble in your hand like you're crumbling right now. You say I have to worry about surviving you. Please, Mike. A couple of years ago, I was in a hospital bed dying. My own body was eating itself alive. What were you doing? Downing pills because you thought nobody loved me. Come on, dude. You're nothing more but a pimple on my ass. On a good day at that. Honestly, I gotta be really honest with you, Mike. If this was a competition and I won, just means you suck. Even if I lose, you still suck. So, I guess all in all, what I'm trying to say here is you suck. Regardless. I know that. You know that. Everybody else knows that. But you got your head so far up your ass, you can't even see the truth for what it actually is. But you will someday. Hopefully that day is today. I've given too much time to this. We're already at 4 minutes. And I'm done. Done with you. Done with this. Done with promos. So I must bid you adieu. Goodbye. Mwah. Good night. Bang.
Let us pray.
Lord Jesus, it is you who wakes me up every day. And I am forever grateful for your love. This is why I pray. You let me touch so many people, and it's all for the good. I influenced so many children. I never thought that I would. And I couldn't take credit for the love they get, because it all comes from you, Lord. I'm just the one that's giving it. And when it seems like the pressure gets to be too much, I take time out and pray, and ask that you be my crutch. Lord, I am not perfect by a long shot. I confess to you daily. But I work hard every day, and I hope that you hear me. In my heart, I mean well, but if you'll help me to grow, then what I have in my heart begin to show. And when I get going, I'm not looking back for nothing, because I will know where I'm headed. And I'm so tired of suffering. I don't deserve what you've given me, but you never took it from me, because I am grateful, and I use it. If what you want from me is to bring your children to you, my regret is only having one life to do it. Step two. Amen.
The final chapter is written.
Another Max Wrestling special, another PROMOMANIA, another promo exhibition, and this time my opponent is the reason why birth control and condoms exist, Robert Davis. You know, I'm so glad that I don't have to placate and pander to you idiots anymore, because the nice guy act is over, and quite frankly, you all can kiss my ass. You see, Moses Marquez wants to bring in his island of misfit toys, the Too Sweet Clique, and who's the ringleader? The OGRWT, Mr. Raw Wrestling Talk himself, Robert Davis. Robert Davis, you want to call me the podcast dork? Gee, that's original. No wonder you were never the promo champion. Let me tell you a little something about you, Robert Davis. Your mama went to Lamaze class. She did her breathing exercises. And then 9 months later, your dumbass popped out. And the look on your mother's face was as though she sucked on a sour lemon. And Mama Davis's face never got unstuck again. Shame. Enough with the comedy, enough of the hootenanny. Let's get down to brass tacks. You know, Robert Davis, I know why you put those eyes in your head. Because when you look in the mirror and your reflection stares back at you, it represents your inadequacies, your insecurities, and disappointment. You become the biggest disappointment in Max Wrestling history. You become a flunky, a lackey, a sidekick. And remember those two small things in between your legs that you used to call balls? Well, they now belong to the demoness and they're in a jar above her fireplace. Hell, you're a goddamn prostitute, so why don't you get on that corner and be somebody? The only problem is, that somebody is a waste of time, space, and energy. I'm a diamond in the rough. You're a needle in a haystack. The only problem is, no one's looking and no one cares to find you. You know, the amazing thing about professional wrestling is storytelling. Storytelling within words. Well, today's society, it's about a 60-year-old man and his dirty office and his fictitious 5-star rating. So I pontificated the thought, why would I want to be about 5 stars when I am the star? I've been a star on this show since day one. And that may ruffle some feathers and that may give you the old pit in your old stomach, but there is no doubt beyond a shadow of a doubt that I talk about it, be about it, and I can back it up. And the only thing that Robert Davis backs up is his toilet because he lacks decency and he's nothing but filth. I guess I can respect the fact, that we do this better part-time than these asshats and mouth breathers do this full-time. And I can also respect the fact that throughout everything you've been through within your life, Robert Davis, You're like the proverbial professional wrestling match. You tick out at 2. But let's be honest with ourselves here. You may have survived cancer, but you won't survive me. And I love the fact that you think that you could go toe-to-toe with me. Because as the old saying goes, you either adapt or you perish. And please believe I ain't going nowhere. And the one thing that I hate, fakes, phonies. So get your artificial ass out of my way and let the spotlight shine on its rightful owner, Mike Larkin, the podcast machine. And as always, it's my pleasure. But most importantly, it's your honor. I guess there's only one thing left to say. Lights out, bitch.